Heidi Sonboul Farmhouse DIY Challenge. Playlist link is in the description box. I've chosen lemon themed farmhouse decor. Starting out with this Home Sweet Home sign from Dollar Tree. It's an outdoor garden flag, but I'm going to use this to hang on my front door, and I want to trim it out with tumbling tower blocks. Let's see how many I'm going to need. The top and the bottom I'll trim with the tumbling tower blocks. One more. So 2, 4, 6, 7 tumbling tower blocks I'll put on the top and the bottom. And then I'll just cut this off and put a piece of twine to hang this lovely gingham lemon home sweet home sign. This is These are all dry, so I'm going to use a bit of brown tempera to add a stain-like finish to them. With the paint dry, I go ahead and put my blocks down, and I'm going to glue them with just hot glue to attach to the flag. With the top portion snipped, I added a bit of twine and hot glue so that I could hang this. And just as a finishing touch on top, I wanted to add a few of these white flowers and a few pieces of greenery on the sides. I found some clip art online of a whole lemon and a lemon slice, so I just went ahead and traced over it with a sheet of paper, and I'm going to take just a wood slat from Dollar Tree's Crafter Square, and I want to trace this onto the wood. I want to dig in pretty hard so that I leave an indentation. And then I'm going to cut this out with my rotary tool. Okay. That's my indentation that I'm going to cut out, and I'm going to do the same thing with the lemon slice. I had an issue with my drill bit, and it kind of flattened one side of my lemon. I used lightweight spackling to fill in areas where the wood had split. I couldn't find my wood filler. To fill in the color, I'm using bright yellow, brown oxide, chalk green I found at Dollar Tree, and just a plain matte white. Painting on the accent of some of the seeds, and I had a little piece of wood left, so I made a little wedge with that piece. I'm using matte jet black to paint this wood slat. I'm using this double-sided mounting tape so the lemon really pops out from the base. To really complete this look, I want to use this black and white gingham ribbon to really give it a nice farmhouse feel. I just think it really, the black and white and the yellow, those colors just look really good together. This little sign is really adorable. I love it. In addition to the Home Sweet Home sign, I wanted another hanging sign with this galvanized plaque I found at Dollar Tree, and to use the rest of the wooden lemons that I made. I want to make a cute saying, "Squeeze the day." And I'm just going to use these letter stickers that I found at Dollar Tree along with a bit of glue stick to help them last longer on the galvanized plaque. Once I had my letters set the way I wanted them to, I added the wooden lemons that I had made earlier, and I'm happy with the way these wooden lemons turned out. And I just added a bit of hot glue to attach them to the side and finish it off with a bit of black and white gingham ribbon for a finishing touch, and I'm happy with this sign. A mason jar left over from Christmas, a piece of scrapbook paper, and a Dollar Tree calendar. I wanted to make a lemon mason jar themed piece of decor to add to a tier tray. So this was left over from Christmas, so I just pulled off the string that was attached to the top of it and just traced around my scrapbook paper to get the right shape. With my scrapbook paper cut, I just snipped off the largest lemon piece that I saw on the back of the calendar, and I figured that the circular shape would be better than having a square, and went ahead and that looked good. So I got my Mod Podge and put that all over my mason jar and attached my paper. And to finish this off, I'm just going to use a piece of farmhouse ribbon to make a little bow. I thought this would be nicer than just having a piece of twine. And I like the way this looks. This is a very simple project, but it's very cute and festive for the spring, summer. I'm starting out with a clay pot, some faux lemons, and a greenery branch, a bit of floral tape and foam, all from Dollar Tree. I want to attempt a mini lemon tree, and I just first snipped off the branch to about where I thought it would be a nice length to fit into the clay pot, and I just kind of measured it out really quickly to see how it would fit. Then I sliced off a piece of the foam and set that inside of the pot. Taking the piece of the branch that I'd snipped from the bottom, I took the tip of the hot glue gun to melt the tip so that I could make that another branch on the top of this piece of greenery. All of the leaves can be popped off and put back on, so I popped one off, and this is where I want to add my second branch. And once I saw that it would be a good fit, I went ahead and added a little hot glue and attached it to the little nib that was sticking out of the base of the stem, and just held it there for a little bit until it formed a good enough connection where the glue was cooling down. And then I wanted to wrap a bit of floral tape around it to help secure the connection. And to add a leaf at the end of this new branch, I'm using the hot glue tip again just to melt it, to repeat the same step, then add a little hot glue, and I stick the leaf in there and hold it until it seems secure. And to attach a second leaf to this new branch, I repeat the same steps with the hot glue gun tip. Using a piece of leftover berry garland from Christmas, I'm going to remove the berries, and I want to use this to attach the lemons. I think this will be something that looks realistic. At this point, I want to start trying to attach the lemons, so I just pop the little fake nib off at the top for the stem and put a bit of hot glue. And I take my piece of the covered wire from the garland and push it past through the hole that was initially there, so to make sure it was more secure. And then I put that little green piece back in just to help hold the covered wire so that it would stay in place. And then I tried to measure this onto the stem to see where I wanted to attach it and where I needed to snip. And then once I found where I needed to snip it off, I just added the hot glue and laid the piece of the brown wire onto the hot glue in the stem for a bit until it seemed like it was having a good connection, and then got the floral tape to wrap around that after I'd added more hot glue so that the floral tape would be more secure, and wrap the floral tape around a few times to make sure that this would stay on. I repeated those same steps with the remaining 2 lemons in different areas on the stem. I mixed light mocha and burnt umber together to color in the green stem to make it look more woody. And here it is with the paint dry, and it really does look more like a wooden stem to this lemon tree. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add it to the clay pot. And top it off with a bit of Spanish moss around the base. A farmhouse bow added to the pot. After staring at this project for a bit, I decided to slim the leaves down, so I popped them off and just made them a little more slender so they look more like lemon leaves. I'm not sour about these projects. They all turned out great. Please enjoy the entire farmhouse playlist. Thanks for watching.